Good afternoon, Adiola.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warm intro, and I'm excited to be here today to have everyone here. I'm looking forward to sharing a bit of my own experience and knowledge using the Power Platform and general tools like that. So now let me just share my screen. Hope I can do this on the web. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. First share window. Let's see. So the moment you can see my screen, kindly let me know. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay. So thanks for the introduction, Adeola. Now just to give a bit of insight on myself. Now I've always been asked what would I classify myself? Largely now I'm more into data as well. But one thing which I discovered when I was beginning my career and even right now in my career was I wasn't somebody that was boxed up in to use a particular tool or service. What this means, it doesn't mean that there are some tools which I can't use, some tools which I can use every tool, and doesn't mean that there are some which I'm not stronger at. But what it means was over time, I got to stop calling myself maybe a data analyst, a data scientist, a data engineer, a power platform developer, a low code developer or baker to calling myself a problem solver that uses the tool at his own disposal to solve the required problem that is given. And what this meant was because I started my journey starting out with learning the Power Platform, which largely helped me grow in my career. And towards my career, I also dived into different things, which I'll talk about. Now, currently, I'm a data and analytics consultant at Jada. Jada is a data outsourcing firm, talent outsourcing firm. And also, I run a couple of programs as well. So, also the co-organizer of the Analytic Extra Mentorship Program, a program also tailored towards the COP members in Nigeria as well, and also the co-founder of CDHQ. CDHQ is Citizen Developer HQ, is a program also that helps encourage or empower young-minded professionals to develop tech skills in low code and automation and data and AI. So yeah, some couple of certifications which I have. I have some Microsoft certifications, which is certified trainer, Power Platform super user. I was given this is more or less like a recognition from the Power Platform community by answering questions, helping solve people's problems on the Power Platform community. And I would also talk about how we could probably get this designation. Microsoft Certified Data Analyst, this by taking Microsoft Certification exam, Microsoft Certified Analytic Engineer, Microsoft Certified Data Engineer, all this were passing Microsoft exams on them, Azure Data Fundamentals, Power Platform Fundamentals, and also a Power Up Champ. So Microsoft also hosts a training platform for the Power Platform, also called Power Up program, and also part of the champs, which also help in the learning guides of that. Now, aside from this, I've done a couple of training over. I think right now the numbers could range to more than 3,000 people in data, AI, low code, and automation. I've also built a robust system for different sector, oil and gas, financial institution, insurance, training, call center as well. And these are just some of my various portfolio as well. Now, without wasting much of our time, what is the plan for today's session? I'm going to be talking about my Power Platform journey, career paths and opportunities, what next steps and certification and the market trend in the Power Platform. Now, how did I start Power Platform? So So for me, starting out a career, I first started on learning the good old Excel. Now, I was fortunate to be working in a company then um, which largely dived into areas of Power Platform as well as data, which largely also helped me in generating those skills. But one thing which I learned while working with Excel was a very, very powerful, interesting tool. But there were things which I needed to integrate Excel with, or I needed to do more that the traditional Excel could do. Like there were business case scenarios where I needed to automate something based on when an Excel spreadsheet is updated, I need to send an email, or I need to fill another form, or I need to fill another data. And the one thing about me that I always hated was if I'm tasked to do something, I don't like doing the same process every single time. And that way, each time I'm given a task, I always ask, how can I automate it? How can I reduce this process from me doing it every single time? And that's what led me to picking up an interest in the general Power Platform as well. Now, the very first tool which largely learned was Microsoft Power BI. Now, this is very, very important for business intelligence and for data analysis. You need a lot of Power BI skills to be able to translate reports, translate data into insight very, very fast. Now, apart from Power BI, I took a very much liking into Power Automate. And Power Automate, what I consider Power Automate to be is a tool that can help automate your life, basically. So every single thing you do in your business, and you do it on a day-to-day process, day-to-day basis, the question you should ask is, can this be automated? What's the price to automate this? Now, learning Power Apps was also interesting. And during my journey, I also took part in this challenge in, I think, 2022, the Power Apps Africa Challenge, which I was among the top 100 Power Apps maker. And what Power Apps does is it's a tool that allows you to build business applications in a no-code interface. So you don't have to write codes to create those program and interface. You have low code for you, which allows every single thing you do, you can do it in a GUI interface. That's graphical user interface. You can control certain buttons as well. So that's what Power Apps do. Now, I also developed interest in another aspect of the Power Platform, Copilot Studio, which previously it wasn't called Copilot Studio, it was called Power Virtual Agents. It allows you to create AI agents and chatbots. I worked on projects which involved creating something like that for a bank. So for those of us who use bank applications and stuff, I'm sure we'll be used to the ability to be able to chat with a bot in some of those bank applications as well. The whole concept, there are a lot of platforms, including the Power Platform, that can help you create something like that. Then they recently introduced Power Pages, which is good for creating web application, but they are still web business application. So I've been in the Power Platform. I think this will make it like 4+ years or so in the Power Platform space. But while I was in the Power Platform, Power Platform is also largely intertwined with the data space. So if you are somebody coming from a data background, the key behind Power Platform and the key behind data is one uniform thing that joins them both together is data. So data is at the center of everything. If you need to create business application, you need data that will rely on those applications. If you need to create automation based on data which you provide. So learning Power Platform can help you and enhance you. If you are just a data professional, it can take you to the next step. Like creating simple automations can really, really take you to the next step. Now, let me just talk of some key career paths and opportunities in the Power Platform. I think Adeola, if I'm not mistaken, talked about some of the roles you can get. This is just a summary of some of those roles, but there are a lot of other roles you can be in the Power Platform. So you can be a Power Platform developer, and this person is centered around building low-code application, automating business processes, and creating reports. Now, inside this career path, you can also be something called a RPA developer. An RPA developer stands for a robotic process automation developer. This is somebody that is like an automation expert. So if the person can go ahead to replicate both cloud-based automation systems and things that happen locally on your laptop. Probably you locally downloading something or you moving one document from another document on your laptop. You can do stuff called RPA, which is robotic process automation, moving things on your laptop. Now, there's the data analysis aspect of it. If you are just tailored towards Power BI, you're a Power BI specialist, you can become a data analyst from it. A solution architect is a very, very important role and is a senior level role in the sense that you understand the full Power Platform ecosystem and you can be able to design solutions based on the Power Platform. So you know what's the beginning step of the Power Platform and you know all the necessary process that the full life cycle of the Power Platform. And in this type of roles, the pay is normally huge and crazy, but it's also to the point where you are largely very, very pivotal to the development of most solutions or most products as well. You can also be a consultant. A consultant is technically is also kind of like a solution architect, but does not have as much experience as a solution architect. Rather, what a consultant does is the consultant knows how to do. So the difference between these two is that solution architect may not be responsible for actually doing some of this process, but the consultant knows how to do some of this process and will basically will be able to execute or recommend solution for companies on it. The solution architect knows how to do it, but it's a senior role, so you are most likely not going ahead to start building some of this, but you are more or less like an overseer of the entire Power Platform ecosystem. Then you also have, if you are going granular in some career paths, you also have Power Apps developer. That's somebody that just focus solely on Power Apps. You just develop low-code applications. And there's also a new role coming, a agentic maker, somebody that makes agents, simple copilot agents based on your data. So we have that role as well. Then you have, so those are like some of the traditional, typical roles you see and career paths you see in the Power Platform as well. Now, I said Power Platform is also an easy way to learn and to save a lot of time. Now, most people will say that, okay, currently now, I'm not working as a Power Platform developer. Maybe you're just a data analyst or you're a sales person or you're a salesperson or you are a marketing person in your company or you're in finance. What's the benefit of learning Power Platform? Now, the beauty of Power Platform is it empowers people, and the term for people who do stuff in the Power Platform, you typically hear the word citizen developer. So it empowers people who may not necessarily have the programming knowledge or the programming skill to go ahead to build particular tailored solution for their business without having to have that huge technical know-how. So what do I mean by this? Now you could be in the sales team, or you could be let's say you're in the marketing team, for example. Now you need to create simple reports on how, maybe based on your Google ads, you create weekly Google ads and all. You need to be able to create reports that are updated every single, maybe week, single day, single minute, or real-time reports based on your data. from the marketing point of view. Now, what Power Platform enables you to do is with your marketing knowledge and with, let's say, a tool like Power BI and maybe Power Automate, you can be able to create a simple report that will be updated in real time. So this way, these are the little things that could help you or improve if you are not even going to apply for a new role, it could also improve your value in a particular organization and can help you to transition into another role. Now, a typical example for me then was there were a lot of processes which, starting off in my career, I was working a data and also a training coordinator role, because I was also in charge of like supervising training or ensuring training processes go well and all. Now, one simple thing was part of the whole process, you have to like send reminders to participants download their progress on a on a learning management system, and you need to report on those progress every single day or week. Now, one thing which I thought was, I can't be doing this every day. Like, it doesn't really make much sense to be doing this process every single day. So I found out a way to automate these steps which I was doing, which is downloading the participant data, checking their progress, sending mails to the people that have not progressed over a particular time. Me doing this saved me months and saved me weeks or years of doing something over and over again. It's even got to the point where I was considered like the automation guy in the firm, because what happened was, after I saw this simple process, which saved me a lot of time, a lot of people were asking, oh, okay, how are you always doing this thing that you are done so fast? Like, how come people spend a lot of time, but you are done so fast? And I said, see, I automated this, I automated that, and that led to a major promotion for me in my career back then. Another simple case study which I did was also a process where there are some platforms where emails come in, where data comes in via emails. I don't know how many of us have worked with something like that, but there are platforms where you download, they probably fill a form, and the form is all coming via email. You don't have a spreadsheet, so it's highly unstructured. So I thought of a way of this unstructured data coming in via email. How can I get it structured, in an automated manner, get it structured, create a simple report on it, and that way people can see. That was a very good use case scenario, which saved people having to get or download or trying to copy the data from the emails every single time and putting it in a spreadsheet as well. Now, for the Power Apps, a simple process which largely helped was in the organization that they have leave requests. Now, let's take a typical example. Yeah, you want to go on leave. There are specific people that need to approve your leave every single time. A simple use case scenario for the Power Platform and using like Power Apps and Power Automate. Okay, can I create a leave application where employees come in, they enter in their leave request. When they submit their request, it goes to a particular manager or team lead to either approve or reject the request. And that way, all this process, nobody has to be going back and forth, sending emails. Oh, you do not qualify for a leave. Oh, you're not suited for a leave. So just this process which I listed were things which most of you may find currently, if you are currently working, you may find currently in your current organization, which you can think, okay, with the Power Platform, I can probably do away with doing this process every time. Or if you provide the solution to this in maybe an interview, you can be interviewing for one role and you provide them with an idea for something else. And that is the key thing which they will use at the end of the day to get you picked. So what are the key things to do in the Power Platform? Now, Microsoft has specific parts, which is for Power Platform to learn or to prove your worth in the Power Platform. You have some certification exam. There's the PL 900, which is Power Platform Fundamental. This PL 100 is outdated. They've technically removed it. There's PL 200. There's PL 500. PL 200 is Power Platform Consultant. PL 900 is Power Platform Fundamental. PL 500 is Automate Developer. That's RPA Developer. Then PL 400 is Power Platform Developer. Then PL 600 is Solution Architect. A key thing will be to do hands-on project. There are a lot of good YouTube videos out there, a lot of good process out there that will take you step by step on how to build those projects. And thankfully, you're joining the Techie webinar. Techie is going to also create a lot of those wonderful learning projects for you to do and wonderful custom projects for you to build a portfolio website for and showcase your skills in Power Platform. Now, another key thing is for you to continue learning. You cannot learn the whole Power Platform in a day. Obviously, you have to be in the communities, which I'm going to show as we progress. Now, for the Power Platform, the key technical skills you need to master is Power Apps, Power Automate, Dataverse, and your Power BI. You need to be a good communication person. Your problem-solving skills, this is the key skill. You'll see this skill as a key skill in both Power Platform data as well. And you need to be able to embrace new features and evolving platform capabilities. I've given some real-world examples and use case scenario. Now, why Techie is the right launchpad? They are providing for you an expert learning training, practical curriculum, and career support. So this is one thing that you being with Techie is going to largely help you progress in your career. Now, before I go into question and answers, I just want to quickly use this moment to showcase us the Power Platform and some of these tools and services in the Power Platform. So can you see my screen, Adiola, and everyone?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I just want to confirm, you could see my screen earlier, but right?
Yes, we could see your screen earlier.
Okay. So for Power Automate, now for Power Automate, if you just go on your Google to search Power Automate, you'll see this in this place on my screen, Power Automate. And if you scroll down, you can see a lot of use case scenarios of Power Automate to tell you more about Power Automate, the AI features embedded in it. If you come to use case scenario, they'll tell you some of the things people have gone ahead to do with Power Automate. That's powerful governance made easier, SAP product solution template, streamlined approval process. You can create approvals in interoperations with Microsoft 365, innovative document automation, data-driven business automation. So those are like some of the use case scenarios. It will tell you about the pricing, the partners as well, and customer stories, some interesting stories people have said on the. So see this one, which I particularly like from Komatsu, Australia. They said, achieves end-to-end automation with Power Automate. This is the manual entry hours they used to use, 300 plus. So it took them 3 weeks to develop the solution, and this has largely reduced significantly. If you read up on this story, it's something that will inspire you and something you can even present to your board, to your company, if they are not using Power Platform already. That's a typical example of it. Now, for Power Platform, now the beauty of Power Platform is I'm using Power Automate now. You also have Copilot Studio. This is used to create simple AI agents. Anybody can create a simple AI agent with Power Copilot Studio. And we have Power Apps, which you can easily you can create your Copilot you can create your simple Power Apps by describing the Copilot. Now I want to sync. Let me just do a simple demo. So this creates apps. Now with Power Automate, for example, if I come to templates, you can see a lot of templates, a lot of things people have done, and this is like to showcase to you guys some of the interesting things which you can go ahead to do with Power Automate. For example, you can save Outlook email attachment to your OneDrive. Let me just go down. You can trigger a flow with a Power BI driven alert. You can notify an email when a new file is uploaded to OneDrive. You can save Office 365 attachment as well. You can email me with a list of upcoming calendar events. That's upcoming events in your calendar. You can send an email when a survey response is submitted on survey 123. And the thing is that what this template help you do, if you don't know how to create something by yourself, you can just search within the template and it will help you create, it will show you what people have already done on it. Now, under this create button, what this create button will help you to do is there are various type of flows in Power Platform, in Power Automate. You have the automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow, scheduled cloud flow. What these are talking about is based on triggers. This is not a Power Automate class, so I would have explained more deeply into what some of these things can do. But based on this, you can use a describe to design it. Now, this is using Copilot. You can just state what you want to do in your business and Power Automate will help you create it. Maybe I want to create an automation when someone fills a form, it should send an email. So I'm just going to click on this. And it's going to, like I said, work on it. It's going to now show me the simple flow which I'll be able to use to create this simple automation with Power Automate. So this is the simple flow. Now, if I like it, I can click on keep and continue. What this will do is it will open the Power Automate interface for me to be able to do some of this. Sorry. It will open the Power Automate interface for me to be able to do some of this. Okay. So this is showing me fix. What this is for Power Automate to work, you need to connect to specific services, which is like your specific accounts, your specific email account or your specific Outlook account. So if the moment I fix this, it should be able to connect to that specific service. Fixing it is just simple as connecting to the email address that you want to connect to. I may have a bit of an issue with this because the authenticator is not my phone. So, but hopefully this progress without asking me to authenticate. Okay, so it's loading and loading. While this is loading, let me just try to duplicate this so that I can go back a bit. So come here, I'm going to go back. So under this, now, so that's just showing you how you can use AI to create it. The whole process I will probably explain in another time. But if you come to my flows, this is where you can see various flows which we've created. Now, this is a test account which I'm using. So it doesn't include all the flows I've created, but I think it includes some of the learning flows, personal flows, which I went about to create just for learning sake and document learning purpose as well. So I want to showcase some of those flows. Can you still hear me? Is there any noise interruption? Okay, so this is coming up. Okay, perfect. So this is coming up shortly. I think just a bit of network lag and all. Let me see. This is also coming up. So that like for Power Automate is just simple clicking on those flows to see creating. You can either create a template or use one of the predefined flows. Now, why this is still loading, I'm trying to change network. Why this is still loading, let me just quickly show us. Okay, it's finally loading. Let me just quickly show us Copilot Studio. Now, for Copilot Studio, what Copilot Studio will help you do is this can help us create a simple chatbot for us, a simple AI bot for us. Let's take, for instance, I want to create a simple chatbot based on let me use a website, for example, a public website. Let me think. Mm, let me see Guinness World Record. Yeah. Let me see. I'm thinking we did be a good website. Let me just use this for the demo. So I'm going to go to chat to create, and I can click on new agents. And for this, all I just need to do is provide the link to the website, and I can begin to ask questions based on the data in the website. This is about time to change my network. I'll just paste that link, and in matter of dependent on how good your network is performing at that particular point in time, you'll be able to create a phone AI chatbot in probably minutes, and you'll be able to chat with it and ask questions based on the data as well. Now, this still taking a bit of a while to do. I don't. Lots going on. So taking a bit of while to load, but I think it should come up. So yeah, it's coming up. So I'm gonna quickly show the interface, then we call it a. Yeah, so that's it for Copilot Studio. Then your Power Apps. All of these tools allow AI features, which allows you to just simple chat and to be able to create what you want to create. But you can go inside your Copilot Studio, your Power Apps to actually create some components by yourself in a manual method, not manual like slow method, but rather there are some things you need to configure yourself to make it a custom solution, which maybe AI itself may not be able to provide. So that's like quick summary of this two. Network is not allowing me show a demo on this right now. But so the time I'll do is at this point, I'll just quickly and give some bit of advice. And I can show all the Copilot video, Copilot Studio demo that I have. I would have showed the Power Automate and Power Apps on as well, but I don't think this may be the best speed for that. So right now, so quick career advice. The best way to predict the future is created, and the best way to learn is unlearn and relearn. There are a lot of resources out there on Power Platform, a lot of resources, a lot of communities out there. I advise you to try to get your hands on a lot of those resources. A lot of communities give these resources out, and thankfully you're in a good platform like Techie, like I said, which they have a lot of good trainers who are going to take some of this concept, Power Apps from the scratch. So you see how to create Power Apps, Power Automate from the scratch, Copilot Studio as well from the scratch. Now, the key thing for you to notice, Power Apps allows you to create business applications. Power Automate automates repetitive process. Copilot Studio for creating your AI agents. Power Pages is for creating business web pages, website, and you have Power BI for doing business intelligence and data analysis. So at this point, I'll be taking quick questions, and hopefully also checking in if those sites have loaded. Also, it could be a cache. Okay, the site has actually loaded as well. So let me see, skip to configure. So under the skip to configure, what I can do is add a knowledge. And under this knowledge, I'm going to click on public websites. I'm just going to paste this link and I'm going to click on add. I click on add to agents. Now, any information it can get from the website, I can access information based on that. That's the beauty of Copilot Studio. So it doesn't have to be websites. It could also be a PDF document. It could be a database. It could be a dataverse. It could be any sort of data platform that you have. But the key thing is that you can just point it to a website, point it to a particular knowledge, and inside that, it creates specific topics for you, which you can ask questions using natural language, like you just typing the questions you normally chat with, and it will be able to generate response for you. You can do a simple demo by testing it out with various banks. For example, like I created a bot based on GT as well, and some other banks like that, using their website data that is publicly available. You can connect to it as well. So that's like a simple demo. So it will show the screen very soon. This is just a network delay. the same for Power Automate. So these are like some of the flows I've created before, like you can, for just testing purpose, one for recruitment, a recruitment flow, one for event. This is a demo combining Power Automate and Microsoft Fabric together. Some other flows, this is combining Power Apps and Power Automate together as well. And some of my other flows are a lot deleted and retired, but these are like some sample use case scenario which do. So let me see if I can quickly open this recruitment. Let me go to all runs and go to the one, okay, this one there. Okay, so I think something is going on. Let me just go to this to show. Okay, so this is the Copilot Studio. Now that I've loaded that Guinness World Record, I can just ask it, tell me something about Guinness record. Now it's going to search through that website the information which you provide, and it will give me an answer. So it's searching the Guinness World Record data, and it's going to give me a response. And if I click on this link, it's going to point me to the Guinness World Record website directly for me. So this is like a simple use case now with Copilot Studio. It's something which I advise us to learn a bit. It's nice. In this area of AI, you can go ahead to start building your own AI. Power Automate can help you automate a lot of your repetitive processes and program with Power Automate. All you just need to do is point to a trigger and an action. And like I said, Techie will teach us more on this. Power Apps can allow you to create business applications as well. Now, Power Pages, creating web-based applications, but they are still business-based applications. And the beauty of this is that what this allows you to do, it allows you to do it in a no-code interface, which allows you to create all these things using a simple drag and drop. You don't really have to write much code for simple use case scenarios, and you can develop a end-to-end solution for a business or your organization. So at this point, I'll be taking quick questions that people may have. So any general questions on the Power Platform? General questions? The questions? The questions. Adiola, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so are there questions on the Power Platform from the audience? Anything you would like to know?
Kelly, and ask your question if you have any.
Okay. No questions. No question on the Power Platform. Okay, so I have questions if you guys don't have questions. So which one do you think you will love to kickstart your career with? So like I said, the Power Platform is a host of tools which combine your Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Copilot Studio. Yeah. So it's not web pages, it's Power Pages. So Power Pages, yes. So if I come to Power Pages, So yes, this is it, website builder. That's what it's them to call. And the beauty of it is Copilot Studio, Power Pages, Power Apps. You can sign up for a free trial, and you'll be able to begin to use it. If your organization already uses Microsoft 365, E5 subscription is most likely they are already paying for the Power Platform, and they are not using the capabilities. So as you learning Power Platform now, this is a good selling point for you. Your organization is already paying for it. Your organization may already be paying for it, so you want to showcase like some of the benefits of this service profile. Now, somebody asked, how can you begin to learn? Now, Microsoft has rich documentation on the Power Platform via Microsoft Learn, which you can take to begin your journey. So if you check via you can check any of the following. You can check documentation or Microsoft Learn, Power Apps, Microsoft Learn. And from this, it will show me like Microsoft own guided training on it. And this is using Microsoft Learn as well. And there are, like I said, there are various programs. This Techie program is also going to be one. I also run CDHQ, so it also helps also release video content on Power Platform, data, and AI as well. That's Citizen Developers HQ. So there's it. So also do this as well. So helping that. Now the Techie program, I believe they have a master class soon on which they are going to take you to Power Apps, Power Automate, Copilot Studio, Power Pages as well. Then there's one important thing that we need to do. One thing I largely recommend, signing up for the community. What the community does is, and this is where if you want to become a super user that's recognized by Microsoft, the benefit of this is for me, for example, giving a ticket to attend the Global Power Platform conference. So if I would like to go, I could go for that conference for free. And the conference is like over like $1,000s or so. So that's some of the benefits. And how can you get to that point? By just going on the community, asking questions on the community, answering questions on the community. So there are various tools on the community. Let's take, for example, I have a question or I'm stuck on something on Power Automate. I can come to Power Automate. Inside this community, I can go ahead to ask questions. So I can go ahead to see what other people have done. So if you can see right now on this community platform, I can see various questions which people have asked. And I can see people that normally answer questions based on this community. So I can just take a look at them. Power Automate and WhatsApp. If I am an expert in the field or I know the field, I can come here and I can answer the person's question and I get points. The beauty of this is that they've gamified the system. So answering questions, communicating in the community gives you points as well. So like that's a good thing. Now there are also other things in the community. You can discover events, you can join user groups, you can learn about Power Platform. It gives you the link. Articles and blogs, video. From a data background, like you've probably been working with spreadsheet before, Excel, maybe SQL, or so you have general idea of data and all. One thing that may interest you a lot more will be Power BI. So you're probably focusing on Power BI. If you have absolutely no background in maybe in using spreadsheets and using data, using anything at all, and you see yourself as somebody that wants to create apps, create application for businesses, Power Apps may sound a lot interesting to you, and you don't probably want to go about writing codes. Power Apps may sound interesting to you. If you are somebody that is interested in creating AI solution, AI agents, Copilot Studio is very, very interesting for you. So you can decide to create your own AI chatbots and all your own AI agents, things that can do things for you. If you are interested in automating tasks, that's if you do things repetitively on a daily basis, weekly or monthly basis, automate is your best bet. So you can think of how can I automate it. So that's what Power Automate is there for you. Then Power Pages, if you need to build a web-based application, that's not just a business application to be used on your mobile or so. You want to build like a web-based application, then Power Pages is the right answer for you. So it depends on your interest, where you currently have your strength on, that will determine which aspects you can go for. Now, going for either of the aspects, you cannot really go wrong, but just just stick with what you probably get interested in. And for you to be a Power Platform developer, there's the expectation which you've used, you have to services and platform. I hope that answers the question, Samuel. Yeah. And Benga, I hope I've answered your question. So Power Pages is still. So for the exam, now for the exam, if you go to Microsoft, let's take for example, let me use PL 900. Now some of these exams are location specific. By what I mean is location specific is the price you will see depends on the location you are in. Now, if I decide, okay, I want to take this exam, for example, so you can see for United States, this is the price is showing. If I scroll up for my particular location, the price may be slightly less for this exam. So this PL 900, you can search PL 200 as well. The pricing also depends on the certificate strength. There's also, so Microsoft they have a certificate roadmap which you can use to evaluate what you want to do. Let me go to Nigeria. So this is PL 200. PL 200, PL 400, PL 200 and 400 are associate exams, and PL 500 are associate exam. PL 600, which is the solution architect, is an expert exam, and the cost of that and the certification of that may slightly vary. So the cost varies per the type of exam. 900 are fundamental exams. They are relatively less expensive than the other certification exam. And I think with Techie, maybe Adela will speak more on that. I think they are also trying to give, like maybe they're also going to try to help with some of that. And like I said, there are various programs out there. Like currently running a Power BI program, which gives some of the members, with CDHQ, some of the members access to a certification exam. So I think that answers the question. Did that answer your question, Kehinde?
Thank you very much, Joseph.
Okay, thank you, Benga.
Yes, yeah, thank you. Benga. The presentation was lovely. You really went deep to analyze all the different areas of Power Platform. It was really fun. I even learned something today too. I've not really used Copilot Studio before to build an agent, but I can, tell that from what you just did now, I have some idea on Copilot Studio, like a basic intro to Copilot Studio. It's fun. For those that are on this call, our Power Platform program is into three phases: Power BI, Power Automate, and Power Apps. And for the Power Automate, we are also going to be including robotic automation, RPA. It's also going to be part of it's also part of the curriculum, and you are going to be learning a lot if you enroll. More information about the price and everything is going to be, we are going to send that to you via email and probably send you a flyer also. The plan is for us to start fully September 1st. We are still doing some in-house planning to finish up some in-house structure before we start September 1st, 2025. I know some people will be asking, why need to add Copilot Studio and all of these things for now? Yes, we want to build our program structure or curriculum in a gradual manner. So we want to start with only these three for now, and maybe later on in the future, we are still going to add some other parts of Power Platform to the Power Platform program. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Joseph. Everybody enjoy your weekend.
Okay, thank you, Benga. Have a wonderful day as well.
Thank you.